Hello everybody, this is TheAireaidLord, and I know that the intro that you just saw was kind of cool, but we need to talk about something kind of serious right now. And I'm sure a lot of people who, have stayed with video gaming and stuff may know what this is about. Basically, I don't know when this started, but basically there's a bill that's being put together that's called S.978. And basically what this does is it basically bans all online streaming on the internet. Basically it's the fact that people from Hollywood who make the videos, or not the videos, they make movies and stuff, they make music, all of this mainstream stuff that people listen to. And basically what's happening is they're kind of getting sick and tired of people basically stealing their stuff. I know, sorry, there's a lot of fucking noises around here. There's people upstairs. Anyways, basically people in Hollywood who make the music, movies, TV, entertainment of any sort are getting pissed because, it gets stolen, it gets pirated, people take it for granted. And I think these people are like, listen, we're kind of getting sick and tired of this. We make this unique content. We want people to purchase it. We want to get royalties off of it. And we're getting screwed by the internet and everything that's being offered on the internet. So, in order to stop this, they've pleaded their case to Congress, and Congress, being the stupid business people that they are, said, well, let's see, well that makes sense. These people over here who are making this unique content are getting screwed by people on the internet who are stealing it. So let's make a bill that stops all streaming of any sort and basically fuck over a whole bunch of freaking companies and corporations and all this stuff that's been formed over the fact that you can stream videos and make all this unique content on the internet. I just think this is ridiculous. I mean, these stupid corporate idiots don't know how this stuff works. They don't. It's very sad because they're making the wrong choices because they're ignorant. And I hate that. When people make the wrong choices because they're ignorant. They don't know how this streaming affects the industry, how it affects the market that it affects, like all the money that comes in from all these corporations. Seriously, like, think of all of the money that gets generated by Machinima, all these little, companies on the internet, streaming E3. Like, there's so many things that get streamed video gaming-wise. And if you were to just eliminate all gameplay throughs, like, think of how much YouTube content you'd be jeopardizing. Like, me, I only have, like, 500 videos on my YouTube page. I've only been doing it for, a couple of months now. And, enough people watch my videos to give a shit. And I know that there are people out there who have many, many more followers, like the Angry Video Game Nerd, my friend Darkside Phil. I mean, think about it. This is unbelievable that if this went into effect, it becomes law, and if you break the law, you could potentially go to jail for breaking the law for putting copyrighted material on YouTube, Facebook. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be YouTube. It could be any freaking social networking site that's ever been created. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. And, at this point, it's not even official that the bill's going to go through. At this point, they're just looking at it. They're talking about it. They're like, oh, let's add this to the bill. And maybe we can slip this into there. And maybe that'll work. And, they're talking out their ass right now. And this kind of legal stuff does take a while. It's not going to be instantaneous. So don't expect Congress to respond to the hundreds of people on the internet saying, this is bullshit, what are you doing, we like to watch our game playthroughs, we like to get, live footage of all these people and commentary. So, I don't know, I think it's stupid. It's the ignorancy that really gets me, because these corporate people, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't. They don't understand the industry. They don't understand how all of the streaming that's been going on affects business and, money that gets generated. They don't understand how that affects the U.S. economy. If they do this, they will wind the clocks back to basically, I don't know, what, 10 years ago? Think about it. In 2001, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have Twitter, we didn't have YouTube. I mean, think of all of the things that have been created in the past 6 years. In 2005, Facebook and YouTube came out, I think. I know YouTube came out in 2005. I'm not sure about Facebook. I know Facebook came out early. I mean, seriously, Mark Zuckerberg only recently started doing this whole Facebook nonsense, and MySpace has only been up there for a couple, not even as long as Facebook. So I don't know. It's ridiculous, because basically how all of these social networking sites, online sites, sharing sites, they have affected people. They've affected the way business runs. It has really impacted our economy. It's integrated into our economy now. It's integrated to the way people make money. It's integrated into the way people make jobs. Like, think about it. Nowadays, college kids aren't getting jobs. They're making their own jobs. It's predicted that in the next 10 years, kids who are in college right now are studying for positions that haven't even been created yet. Every day, there are new jobs that get made. Every single day. As you're watching this video, new jobs get created that people don't even know about. And right now they're studying for these jobs that they don't know about. That's how fast our society is changing. That's how fast technology is changing. That's how fast the internet is changing. That's how fast social interactions are changing with cell phones and texting and IM and the internet, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. Name any social, means of communication. Long gone are the days when little Jane just rode her bike to the freaking ice cream shop. No, now it's little Jane has to text all of her friends, then they go to the ice cream shop, then they go back on their computers and Skype, and then they IM each other, and then they go on Facebook. We have become dependent on technology. As much as Ray Bradbury said that, our world wouldn't become this dependent future like in Fahrenheit 451, we're getting there. We're really getting there. Our society is getting to the point where we're dependent on just technology. Like, we're just becoming, mindless fools. And, that can be a good thing. And it's a good thing when people get jobs out of it, people can make money off of it, new content gets created, and that's why this new thing that's being put through is going to jeopardize that. And that's on a large scale, because all that stuff that gets watched, it's on a larger scale. It's really inflated. In the few years that YouTube has been active, in the few years that Facebook has been active, they've really expanded. Billions of people use those sites. So if you censor them, you're going to be interfering with billions of people who are trying to access that content and potentially make a living off of that content. Think about that. Think about how much you're going to fuck over the economy. We're already in a freaking recession right now, alright? Everyone knows. Obama's trying to get us out of the recession right now. And part of the reason why we're in the recession is, again, the only way we're going to get out of the recession is if we accept the changing industry and move forward with it. Try to promote it. Everything nowadays is, let's support the small, company on the side, the little summer breakfast place that makes a few dollars here and there. Let's support that business, because in the next few years, that place is going to expand. And no, what? Why? Why go for this little concept that barely generates revenue on a large scale? Put that money forth into the new technology that's going out. Put it forth to, I don't know, things that, video game, coverage of stuff, any jobs that are created around that. That's how things are going to push forward. People are dependent on this stuff. The government could look at that and say, okay, everyone's attention is focused on this new medium for our society. Let's try to put all of our investments into that and stop focusing on bullshit that was popular in the years prior, but the only reason why it was popular in the years prior is because we didn't have this explosion of technology, alright? That is why, and the sooner these corporate fucks understand this, all the congressmen, the Republicans, everybody, the sooner they realize that, the better, alright? And it's stupid because in their efforts to save the economy, save the industry, save Hollywood, save all of these movies and TV shows that they think are getting copyrighted and ripped off, they're hurting the industry. They're hurting the people that make money off of this. They're hurting people that like to stream this footage to get informative information. Like when I play video games and I screw up on a part in a video game, you watch that and are like, oh, okay, he fucked up on that part, now I know not to do that. So why get rid of that? People like that content. That's why they keep coming back. If you were smart, you'd look for a way to get money off of that instead of fucking people over and trying to ban that so that nobody can ever use it. Or so that somebody has to get legal permission from the company that made it. And that's never going to fucking happen. A company like, let's say someone wanted to do a playthrough of the Call of Duty Black Ops Annihilation map pack that you see on the screen. They would have to go to Treyarch or Activision and say, listen, I want to do a playthrough of Black Ops, the new map pack. Can I do it? After months, I don't even think they would be able to get through to Treyarch because those are big companies. There's no way. And even if by some miracle they did, their footage would be up, but it would be censored like crazy because, again, they don't want all of their footage being shown, and that's what this bill would do. So, I'm sorry that I'm going off on this rant. I'm offended that these people are making decisions. They don't understand, how things are changing. I'm really disappointed. I really wish that, things would change. It's just, these people have had it one way for a very long time, and now that things are changing, they don't like change. The government doesn't like change, and it's only going to get worse. In 20 years, it's going to be even worse, because technology will continue to expand. It's never going to go away. You can destroy it, you can set it on fire, you can make bills to freaking censor it. It's never going to go away. I'm sorry, it's never going to go away. It's part of people's lives. People know about cell phones, people know about texting, they know about YouTube, they know about Facebook, they know about all of this stuff. There's no hiding it. There's no hiding it anymore. It's in our society. It's never going to go away. And people are using it in ways that we've never used before. Like, think about it. Think about how many friends I have over YouTube, over Facebook, just because of the social interaction, and just because people have made helpful tutorials and put music in these creative videos. A lot of that would go away if this bill went through. So, that's it. That's it for my rant. I don't want to spend too much dwelling on this. But basically, if you think that this is wrong, you can go and send a letter to your congressman. You can do that, by the way. If you're an American citizen, you can send a letter to your congressman, and depending on what state you live in and what district and town, you can send a letter to your congressman and say, listen, this is bullshit. I don't know why the fuck this is happening. And, hopefully it doesn't fall on, fucking people who don't give a shit, but, it's worth a shot. If enough people say they fucking hate it, maybe Congress won't go through with it. Right now, it's too early to call. There's not enough evidence to really say that this will go through. Obviously, all the people from Hollywood are pushing this because they want their content to be protected 100% without any bullshit. So, I don't know. If any of this bullshit does happen, though, someone should go to the Supreme Court and sue the living shit. All right, they should really make a freaking Supreme Court case about this, because this violates our right to stream content, have freedom of speech. Like, let's say someone wanted to do a game review. Like, seriously, that would limit that. Seriously, that's freedom of speech you're limiting. That's fucking stupid. You're limiting the First Amendment, dumb fucks. Like, really, what has happened to our society that we had to get to this level? Like, I really don't know. So, that's that. I don't want to, again, spend too much time dwelling on this. There is a website I will leave in the description that you can go to find this. And to be quite honest, I didn't hear about this until my friend Phil, or Darkside Phil, as most people know that he's called. He mentioned this in his video update, whatever, channel update. And that's how I knew about this. So a special thanks to Phil, because I wouldn't have known about this, or maybe I would have. I would have eventually picked up on it on the news or something. But I'm glad that I picked up on it now, because I can get this video out to the maximum number of people, and we can really make a difference by contacting the fucking congressmen and businessmen who want to change the way we view things, the way we put out content. They want to change all the business and stuff that's been created by this stuff that's been offered over the years. So, special thanks to Phil. Please, everybody, you know, talk about this, spread the word. If enough people hate this, maybe Congress won't go through with it, but who knows. And obviously people who are international fans, they probably won't give a fuck about this because they don't live in the country that this is happening with. But American industry getting affected like this will definitely affect a lot of things. So they should probably care about this. Just putting that out there. So this is TheAireaidLord. I know this was a kind of random video. This is the first video with my new custom theme, so I hope you like the theme. A special thanks to the monkey, what's his name? The Monkey Soldier? I think that's his name, the Monkey Soldier. I'm going to put his channel in my other channels, because over the past couple of months I've been asking him to make an intro for my channel, for my channel updates and stuff. And he made one for me, and I'm very appreciative. He didn't charge me anything, and he's been working with me over the past couple of months to get me a really good theme. And I really appreciate all the time he's put into it. So lots of thanks to him. If any of you have channels around 150 subscribers, go to his channel and you can send him a message, say, hey, I want a cool intro theme. He'll make one for you. So, yeah, alright, so I'm done ranting about this shit. I think I'm going to relax. As you saw, my friend Top Dog's online, so I can talk to him a little bit about this bullshit. Yep, he's already inviting me to a party, so peace out, everyone. Spread the word, and let's stop this bullshit.